Okay, so we got GameStop going nuts. GameStop is going crazy. And listen, this is a historical moment that's taking place, okay? This doesn't happen regularly or ever. This is the biggest stock market. Okay, so what's taking place is maybe you don't even know what I'm talking about. GameStop, the stock GameStop, right? It is up. The grip, I'll put whatever it really is up. I think at a point in time it was like $5 when it started. Now is at the time of me recording this video, I think it's like $350. Now it is 10:19 a.m. Wednesday, January 27th. And at this point in time, GameStop stock is $347.64, and of course it's moving by the second. And just last month in December, it was around 16 bucks. So it's went within inside of a month from $16 to now it's $350. $350. This is nuts. This doesn't happen. Moves like this tend to happen in the penny stock world. That's why a lot of, especially new people, they get attracted to penny stocks because it's a lot of money that can be made real fast. So check this out. What should we do? Is GameStop the stock to be buying or not? My bad. So first of all, we have to understand the nature of the move. The nature of this move, it isn't based off of fundamentals. Okay? There's nothing that's fundamentally going on with the company that will warrant such a crazy price move, especially in such a short amount of time. Okay? Their sales is still lackluster, and everything else that was going on when the stock was falling, although it was kind of starting to go up, because I think prior to December, back in maybe a few months prior, I think it was on like $5, maybe even less than $5 a share. But GameStop was trending down, and they kind of seemed to be making a turnaround. Then they did, an active investor came on board, right? And that seemed to be the catalyst for it to jump a little bit. But now what's really taking place, the nature of this move is, it's a group on Reddit. You probably heard of this by now. It's a group on Reddit called Wallstreet Bets, and they're basically pumping the stock. Now, why was this pump and dump so successful? And it may even continue to be successful, may continue to go up. I don't know. I can't really call how long it's going to go up. But, so this is what you would call a short squeeze. There were a significant amount of big time players. Okay, Citron Research and Muddy Waters in particular. These are two short selling companies. What they do for a living is they research companies, find ones that are trash according to their analysis, and bet on that company to fail. The thing about short selling is this. Okay, so look, when you invest in a stock, when you buy a stock, let's say you buy $1,000 worth of stock, and it turns out you made the wrong decision and the stock goes down, the worst you could do is lose your $1,000. If the stock goes to zero, you lost $1,000. If you short sell $1,000 worth of stock and the stock goes up, when the stock goes up is when you start losing money because you're betting on it to go down. And it can go up forever. So you can end up losing more than $1,000, and you're going to have to, go out there and hustle to put some more money into the account and all that, right? But usually before it even gets to that point, first of all, when you short sell a stock, you do this on margin. So you're borrowing shares and you're borrowing things with interest. That means that you have to pay this money back with interest. That's point one. And some brokerages will raise the interest on you, like they've been doing, I believe, with GameStop, at least at Robinhood, if I understood that correctly. Excuse me. So you have interest taking place. And once the shares rise too much, a lot of times your broker is going to automatically buy the shares back for you to get you out of the position, because they looking at it like, yo, I'm not about to be losing no money on you, because I don't know if you're going to really put some money back in or not. You know what I'm saying? You're losing a lot of money really fast. I'm willing to bet you didn't plan on this happening. So they'll get you out of the position for you. So since they're going to make you buy those shares back, guess what? Now there's more pressure, buying pressure which makes the prices of the shares appreciate because there's more demand. Not only is there demand from the people who's pumping the stock, so you have this whole Reddit community who's loyal to the people who say, yo, buy this stock. So they're going in there buying the stock. Now, because of that, the people who were already betting against the stock, they're buying the stock as well because they're trying to get out of the position. Because when you short sell, you borrow shares, you sell it first, and then you hope to buy it back at a cheaper price to keep the spread. Sometimes you buy it back at a more expensive price and you take a loss, and that's what's taking place. There was so many shares that were borrowed and short sold. It was more shares borrowed and short sold than there was to go around. And that's why you see this taking place. It's hard to say when the short squeeze will be over. This is the biggest short squeeze in history. The one that comes to mind is Volkswagen. I believe prior to this, that was the biggest short squeeze in history. Volkswagen was the most valuable company in the world for a day. That's how big the short squeeze was. And prior to that, they were on the verge of bankruptcy. Okay? Similar situation happened. It was more shares being bet against than there was to go around. So when Porsche made the announcement, yo, we want to buy some of these joints, right? And then they get to buying it, price shoots up because there's not a lot of shares to be sold to begin with. You understand what I'm saying? Like, this is what makes prices go up and down. It's a matter of supply and demand. And when there's not a lot of supply, even though a company may be trash, because in my opinion, I do, from what I can see, and I don't follow GameStop closely, but just from looking at their financials very briefly, I didn't see anything that would make me want to invest in GameStop. So this is the main thing I want to get across. If you're doing like how I teach and you're investing for the long term, GameStop is not the stock to be buying, not at these prices. Maybe if you want to take that risk back when it was $15, $20 a share or cheaper, that's up to you. I still want to encourage it, but at that point, it's up to you. I wouldn't talk you out of it. At this point, I'm going to talk you out of it. For a long-term investment, we are not buying GameStop at no $300 plus per share. Now, if you want to buy GameStop for a quick flip, that's what this is. That's what's taking place right now. This is trading. This is the quick flip mode. All right? Now, my thing is this. It's hard to say how long it's going to go up. But what we do know is the price will come back down eventually. We just have to be patient, and we don't want to be too early to the party. That's why I say we don't need to be greedy and try to catch it at the very top. I highly advise against it. I never do that when I short sell stocks. I always wait. Okay, so I'm about 80% sure I'm gonna end up short selling this stock eventually, but not today. Look, since I've been talking to you, it's up to $374, $375. I've been talking to you for 8 minutes. It's 10:27 a.m. right now. And it went up another, another $25, 20-something dollars since we've been talking. And ain't no telling how much more this can go. Citron and Muddy Waters Research it was getting killed because they put big short positions on there. And then there was other hedge funds who put big short positions on there. And that's what the Reddit group is doing. They're finding what you would call good short candidates, companies that's being bet against because they're trash. And they're pumping them. And they're pumping them in these Reddit groups, and they going in and they buying them. And since they're buying them, it shoots the price of the shares up. And when that shoots the price of the shares up, the people who was betting against them, their brokerages are making them buy them to get them out of their positions. That's what's taking place. This is a crazy short squeeze. This GameStop one is monumental. I believe they're doing the same thing with AMC right now. I think AMC is up. Now I will say this, AMC, I wouldn't expect the same thing that happened with AMC is crazy. Now it has tripled, but I wouldn't expect AMC to go up as much as goddamn GameStop has. Okay, because there's more shares. It's a little bit more liquidity in AMC than there is in GameStop. It's ironic. I just did a webinar about a week or two ago, and I just was saying how trash AMC was. But understand the prices are going up for different reasons. I talk about stocks as far as how good of a company they are. Trading, that's a whole different game, and that's what's taking place right now. Okay? But like I said, what I like to do, I know that eventually the prices of these shares come down because it only went up off of a pump and dump, basically. Eventually, they're going to want to take their profits. Okay? Listen, this is how obvious it is. The SEC is stepping in. That's SEC is what? The feds of the stock market. They're like, yo, this stock is going up too much for no apparent reason. Time to do some investigating because we think something fishy is going on. That's how inevitable the fall will be eventually. Okay? It may not even be no shares to short, so I'm not even really getting excited about looking forward to shorting it anyway. Or, you know, we'll see, because I believe I'll still be able to buy some put options or something. But I'll look into that later, and I'll let you know. Later, but probably before you even get to this video, and I'll have another video up. Because, yeah, AMC is up 28%. I think that's just today. But I don't expect it to go up as much just because the short selling wasn't as crazy on AMC as it was with GameStop. But hey, I could be wrong. I don't know. It's up to you. You know what I'm saying? We never know how long these pumps will last. They can go on for days, a week, sometimes even weeks. All right. But that's the take on. I had to bring it to y'all first. So, you know, do with that information as you will. Me personally, I'm going to look for opportunity to bet on the downside after all of this craziness is over, and I don't know how long this will last. Okay, so freedom over failure. Check y'all on the next one.